Hello, I'm here with Greg Munden, owner of Munden Ventures, Munden Trucking. Greg, recently you had your managers, all of them, go to a drug training course. Is drug testing something that is becoming mandated in your industry?
Well, it's not mandated in Canada. It's certainly becoming more common, especially with the recent legalization of marijuana and those issues that have developed in the industry.
Now, are there steps that you're doing now with the changes to the marijuana laws are huge. We're seeing it in every industry is having to make some tweaks or changes. What are you doing within your organization different than you were before it became legal for cannabis?
Right. Well, we've had a substance use policy and program for quite some time, but I can tell you that we completely relooked at our whole program as a result of cannabis. Obviously, we're in a safety-sensitive industry. We've got truck drivers, professional drivers driving down the roadways. We've got heavy equipment operators. We've got mechanics working on people's vehicles, all of which are safety-sensitive positions. So we really had to look at how the legalization of cannabis particularly impacted our ability to make sure that our staff is fit for work. So we've redone our policy. We've sent, as you said, all of our managers to substance use supervisor training to know what our obligations, rights, responsibilities are. Those are probably the biggest things. We have mandatory pre-employment testing now, and then kind of post-incident testing in the event of a near miss or an incident.
Now, I know you're really in tune with the entire industry. You're past president of the BC Trucking Association. What are some of the challenges that you're hearing as an industry with the changes to the cannabis laws?
Well, I think like anything, companies that are early movers on these things, trying to get processes and procedures and policies in place, may find themselves, some employees are sensitive about it. They don't want to be under the scrutiny of a drug and alcohol. Not that they have a problem, but they don't like the idea of being tested necessarily. And so it kind of raises the bar, I think, for the industry and those that really want to be both protecting themselves, making sure their customers are confident that they have people that are fit for duty. It certainly, it's one of those slippery slopes about how early in the process do you want to be.
Yeah.
For companies that were hauling into the U.S.,
Yeah.
This has been in place for a long time.
Oh, is that right?
And there's mandatory testing, there's random testing, which even today random testing is not legal in Canada.
Okay. Well, I mean, we certainly want people to be able to recreate and enjoy what's legal, but at the same time, when we're on the roads, we want to know that the roads are safe.
Right.
What do you see down the way, if you're looking in your crystal ball at the future? What are some of the things that you think are going to come as a result of it, maybe from a regulatory point of view or even from a technology point of view?
Well, I think for sure you're going to see substance use policies become mandated in Canada. I don't know what the timeline is going to be, but it's going to be happening. We tend to follow U.S. regulation. We just tend to lag it in a period of time. I think you're going to see that. I think you're going to see roadside sobriety testing technology advance, where they can test for cannabis in a person's system at roadside, which is very difficult to do today. With any level of accuracy. So I think those two probably fundamental things are going to be the biggest changes that you're going to see sort of in the next 12 to 24 months.
Perfect. Well, Greg, thank you for taking the time to share some information on changes to cannabis laws and your trucking industry.
Yeah, thanks for having me.